Hello everyone, tonight we're going to be playing some Talisman for the first time in months, if not, in fact actually probably at least a year. But this time I'm introducing a bit of a twist, partly just kind of improvised tonight, because while I was looking at Talisman to decide, do I want to do Talisman this year for the anniversary, saw this. Basically, from what I've been able to just kind of figure out from the image here, this is almost like a rule set for playing Talisman like a legacy style game. And, something along the lines of, an ongoing campaign or like Risk Legacy, where basically each game has the opportunity to impact future games in sort of an ongoing campaign. Granted, I have added some of my own rules. For example, if the Harbinger wins the game, that counts as an evil win, because, as you can see, if evil wins with the Harbinger, you move on to Cataclysm. If the game ends for an Ancient Beast reaching Apex, the campaign just ends. Arguably could potentially have that jump you over to Cataclysm. And I've added, because this was posted before the Clockwork or Kingdom expansion and was added. So it doesn't really account for that expansion. So I created the technology score system, where basically at the end of each game, you add +1 to the technology score, and if the score, or if the technology score is or reaches 5 or above, Clockwork Kingdom is added to the list of always active expansions, and the technology score gets reset if you go to Cataclysm at any point. And also, we're just gonna disable the city if we reach Cataclysm. Because to me it doesn't make much sense, because like the city was destroyed in the events and sort of in between Harbinger and Cataclysm. Like the city is not on the board, or so it doesn't make sense for it to be a place that you can enter, or to me. I also went ahead and picked up the remaining legendary decks that had come out since the last time I had played Talisman. Let's get into setting up the rules. So playing with the base pack, no Reaper, no Frost March. Got Dungeon, Highlands, and it's the city. Woodland. And Deep Realms. Because we've got technology score of 0. And this is gonna crank up the difficulty a little bit. So we're gonna have the legendary decks for everything except the Woodlands, because as there isn't one for the Woodlands, it ends at this time. I'm enabled. And I think to make sure that that we actually have time to make it more likely that we'll actually have time for multiple games of Talisman. So that, you know, we can actually try this system out. Oh, and I should probably... There we go. Now proper visuals have been restored. I'm going to turn on no respawn. Let's see, alternate endings. Playing with the base game endings only. So it's either Race of the Crown or Crown of Command. And for this first run through. I believe that should be everything set up. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, so we've got the options of the Gladiator, the Warrior, or the Amazon. Gladiator starts out with the helmet. Or use armor and roll a die to prevent the loss of life. You may add 1 to the score whenever you acquire a follower, or they become trained to fight with you. During battle, you may use all, none, or some of your followers to fight with you in any battle of your choice. Each follower used it in this way adds 1 to your strength during battle. If a character defeats you in battle, they may kill 1 of your followers that fought with you in addition to their normal reward. That's evil, which means that if we won, then the next game would be with the Harbinger expansion. We've got the Warrior. Just simple, you may roll 2 dice in battle and use the higher attack roll to determine your attack score. You may use 2 weapons at the same time. In the Amazon, you may roll 2 dice for your movement and choose one of the results to use for your move. If you are defeated or have a standoff in battle, you may ignore the result and immediately fight that battle again. Any effects, special abilities, objects, or spells used or cast in the first battle remain in effect for the second battle. You must accept the result of the second battle. You may not do this if the battle was against another Amazon. So we've got 1 evil option and 2 neutral options. Which basically means that for the part of the timeline that we would end up in, and if I win, we've got either her Blood Moon or the Harbinger. I think maybe we go Gladiator on this one. Grab 1 Light Fate. I think I may have set something up wonky. Yeah, for some reason I had to have the second. For some reason, then player 2 was set to a local player, so. Oh, you know I've got to go wizard. Right, strength, twist of fate, and twist of fate. Go ahead and queue up strength. Alright, so far we've got 1 evil, 3 neutrals. 2 neutrals, all 2 good. So based on just sort of the totals, the total number of characters of each alignment in the game, it's looking like next game will be Blood Moon. Alright, head on over to these hills over here. Here, and let's see what we find. We find the prince. We exchange the prince for 3 gold to the castle. If you do this, you must place him on the discard pile. See, just fate. Cast over after you pay AFA before you re-roll the die. You choose which die result you'll use instead of re-rolling it. You know, that's something to just kind of keep handy. Ancient Oak is defeating Red Cap, so no damage there. It looks like the Ancient Oak's taking damage from something. Well, the Swashbuckler is immediately taking a hit. Huh. I didn't realize the Hand of Doom was enabled. Actually, let me double check. Here's hoping that that isn't... Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what do I do in this occasion of having an all players lose the game effect. Okay, so apparently that's an ending from the Highland expansion, because I didn't set up the endings correctly. Because apparently I have to do that every time. So one more time we're setting up the game. I think we're going bounty hunter. Well, we've got the woodlands enabled, so that means that you can potentially live out the bounty hunter dream. Dream of being able to turn a loss directly into a win. So this time we've got 3 good alignment, 2 neutral, and 1 evil. Like we're heading into the graveyard, and praying, and gaining a spell, or at least I would if the bounty hunter was smart enough. The gain setting is way too low. Oh, let me crank that up a little bit. I'm still figuring out the new audio setup I got, because I've got a microphone arm now, which means I can have my microphone closer to my face. But that means potentially adjusting my gain settings a little bit to account for the greater proximity. Oh, we've got the red cap again. At least the elf had mostly dark fate, because as apparently if you've got mostly light fate, you just die if you lose to the red cap. Like if not for that mechanic, the elf could have just died on his first turn of the entire game. Yeah, I've got to be careful about that red cap, because I have mostly light fate. And you know, it would kind of suck to die so soon after starting the game. Really, priest? Gonna make me lose a turn when I almost gained 1 craft? Okay, so the ending is Crown of Command. But you know, we've only got 2 endings to play with right now. But actually, yeah, only the endings of the current expansion you're playing are used. So this is the only circumstance in which it's the Crown of Command ending is on the table. Yep, I've got to miss a turn because this priest made me re-roll my 6. The Alchemist has Soul Drinker. And the priest jumping past a whole bunch of the Highlands. Only to get his ass kicked by a kobold. Kobold with less strength than he has. And can't say it was undeserved. Storm Self. Oh, the elf just evaded. And so nothing happened with the, and with that. We've got an extra tough hobgoblin. And an extra tough shadow. And it's a tie. Highlander gets a little bit stronger. Alright, time to head into the woodlands. Alright, Path of Greed, your object carrying limit is increased by 2. Secret Path, you may evade any creatures with a strength of craft of 5 or higher. Or Path of Wisdom, and turning in trophies gain strength of craft, reducing the number of strength of craft points you need by 1. Let's go Path of Wisdom. And got some healing. Or the alchemist could be an asshole and just immediately take it. It's a colossal ogre. First, the alchemist is having to fight a lone dwarf. Okay, so Soul Drinker kills a follower if you roll doubles. And the alchemist didn't even get to do anything with the thing with the ogre. Right, priest has gained a spell. He's melee targeting the Highlander with it. That just made the Highlander stronger. Well, it looks like there's an item that's pretty much just up for grabs, because me and the Highlander are the only ones that can actually use it. And since it takes strength of 5, not even greater. Right, moving on to Thicket. Got the White Stag. And a Bandit. Now, I think I can take this guy. If you have a standoff during battle or psychic combat, you win the attack instead. This would be a standoff, so I win. Four versus a 1. So I win the battle against a White Stag as well. And I've got even amounts of fate of each type. Not on the Dark Fate just re-rolled a 1 into a 1. But hey, the Alchemist is still getting just absolutely demolished. Oh, and I made progress on a quest to spend 50 Dark Fate. And the priest is losing another life. And a turn. And so that's this real big payback. Tapestry rewoven. Character flips all of her fate, then replace any alternative ending or using with a random hidden alternate ending. Take a secret look at the new hidden alternate ending and discard this card. Well, I mean, that pretty much just means that we flipped over to race for the crown, unless it's somehow ignoring my settings because of some random mechanical thing. So like, in a way, that just made things easier. Since now, we have at least a less time-consuming ending. Alright. It's moving over to these woods. I'm just gonna encounter the space. It's a weirdling. An aberration of destiny is hungry to devour your fate. If you are unbound, your turn immediately ends. So I lost all of my dark fate, and I have to fight in psychic combat. And I lose. It was regardless because this weirdling rolled higher than a 2. But, you know, by being the bounty hunter, I had better odds than you normally would with a fate, you know, a craft of 2 in that fight. Oh, the alchemist is almost dead. Oh, and there's the elven bow. And that's a thicket, which means that all I have to do is catch up to the elf. Alright, come on, one. Yes. I've just got to step on over there. Encounter character, battle strength. I'm probably gonna need to... Nope, I actually didn't need to... Oh, that is good. Because the elf lost by 2 or less, it became a standoff, which meant I won. So like that's yeah, that's gonna be just an interesting feature of this bow, is that if it's in the hands of somebody fighting the bounty hunter, it has no effect from that ability. And the Highlander just took the priest his ability to reroll. The priest has no fate hit at all. But bridge has no effect to act on somebody with no followers, so so the elf won that fight. He won both of those fights and got a Kelpie. Just gonna give him his strength, his craft value to his strength during battle. He just became a much more formidable opponent. Both the Highlander and the Alchemist are in that area. Alright, nice. You can just walk over here and grab Nuadu, who's Torque. Alright, so now I've got 6 strength. So I'm tied with the Highlander for highest strength currently. And I believe the Alchemist just died. Taken out by the Tomb Warden. So we've got the first player to be eliminated. And since we're playing with the resurrection turned off. Well, the priest just came very close to also dying. That die roll had been a bit higher than, and he would just be dead rather than taking 1 damage. Yeah, versus Rusalka. And Scout wins. And there's a Pull of Fortitude and a wand over there. Alright, back to my turn. Can't just move onward into the swampland. We've got Baba Yaga, an old woman reveals herself as Baba Yaga, the most wicked of all witches. Roll one die, to see what curse she lays on you, and one onto the result for each fate you have. So I'm guaranteed not to die. I have no followers. I can't be turned into a toad. This is a pretty high likelihood of doing absolutely nothing to me. Yeah, just nothing happened because the torque kept me from turning into a toad. And the +1 for my fate, they kept me from dying. That was very close. Well, it's because of that. The Stormcrow's roll had been just one higher, the priest would be dead. And eliminated from the game. Well, the elf has no fate, so he can't use his Kelpie at all. Okay, well, Path of Wisdom just gives me 1 strength or 1 craft when I reach the meeting with Destiny space. Which, I mean, that should be fine. After all, I came here for for mostly just the bow. Oh, and I've got it. Alright, I have to encounter the risk fate for traveling a fairy path, not knowing where it might lead. Discard your current path if able, and take a new path from the top of the path deck, then discard this card. So now I've got the Path of Burdens, which means that I can't carry any more objects. But when I reach the meeting with Destiny Space, I may discard one of my magical objects. It makes the gain of Destiny. Oh no, I've lost a spell. What a terrible fate. Whatever shall I do with my 2 craft as I lose a spell? Yeah, like literally the only results on this entire chart that do anything to me are discard one of your objects, exit, and lose 1 life, and lose 1 fate. Like, lose 1 fate is not possible because I only have 1 fate, so maximum of 7. 7 for the roll. So yeah, the only results that do anything to me are if I roll a 4 or a 5 on the die. Which means Baba Yaga has a 66.6 repeating % chance of doing absolutely nothing to me. But, on the off chance I do say lose one of my items, I then lose either my bow or my protection from being toadified, which can lead to me becoming a toad and thus losing the bow. Because this is a very good combination of items I've got here. Like, I'm probably not gonna bother getting a Destiny because it means losing one of my two very good items. Of course, you know, I'd have to get out of the swamp before or that even matters. Ah, yeah, the Highlander gets absolutely nothing. Alright, looks like I'm staying in the swamp with Baba Yaga up for another turn. Oh no. Oh, this isn't good. Oh wait, has one object. Yeah, this isn't good. Because that means I have to pass. Well, guess I'm losing my protection from being toadified. Which means that things could be about to take an awful turn. I'm gonna give up 1 gold because it's the least important one of those options. And if imagine if the priest was broke and fateless. That's because then he would have just died. Well, let's hope I don't roll a 1 or a 2. Yeah, at this point I should have just re-rolled the die that I initially started with for that turn. That whole turn of events just fucked me over real bad. Oh, and now I get to leave the swamp. Baba Yaga finally got to turn me into a toad, and now I'm being allowed to leave. Cool, a personal journal that I can't pick up. I love it. Alright, so it looks like I'm just gonna be spending 3 turns as a toad and hoping, and just gotta hope that when I get back to that spot I don't get toadified again. And the scout has left the woodlands. And immediately gets a boulder dropped on his head. I did kill the Skyfall sentry that threw it, so... Oh, and he's even getting a bump to his strength. Really, dude? You're gonna teleport me to the Warlock's cave? Wait, hold on, what? Yeah, it was a grumpy wizard. So that apparently did absolutely nothing. Free self. Come on, run. Nope. Now I'm losing a life. Priest is fighting a Stormcrow. And winning. At least nobody's come near my bow. Like at least that's something. You know, at least I'm not gonna have to fight somebody to get the bow back. Which I mean, seeing as how if I beat the holder of the bow, but as long as seeing as how the bow's no standoff effect is nullified against a bounty hunter specifically, due to just the way the mechanics turn out. It should be reasonably easy. Just gonna step over here. There and take a look at this journal again. And now I'm back to being a human again. So now if I can just not get toadified again and land on that same space. That's the worst space for the Baba Yaga to be on. Since I've got a 50% chance of ending up there again the following turn. And for another encounter with the Baba Yaga. Scout just got some good armor. You know, literally the best armor in the base he's purchased deck. Come on, that's a complete opposite die result of what I wanted. Well, good, now I have a centaur. Now I have a centaur buddy that can chase off one enemy for me. Unfortunately, the Baba Yaga isn't an enemy, she's a stranger. So yeah, I can't just use my new centaur buddy to chase her off. I'll have to make sure that she doesn't curse me again. Now it's also possible for her to just kill me outright because as I don't have any fate anymore, which means I'm not getting any kind of bonus to the roll, which means that all it takes is for me to roll a 1 and I'm just dead, which means I'm completely out of the game. And the scout just barely lost that fight. At least if I can roll a 5 on my next turn, I can at least get back to the space. Whether I get to hold on to my bow for long. I rolled a 5, which means I can head back over here. I have to encounter Baba Yaga first and lose 1 life. I'm basically just getting the hell out of there. Now let's hope that I don't roll a 1 or a 2. Okay, good. I lived. And the centaur lived too. Interesting that I didn't get to pick up my gold, but I'm probably not going to be using my gold anytime soon anyway. Hey, since I'm now in the middle region. Now the priest gets to take a turn being a toad. The elf gets to pick up the journal that I hopped around on with my slimy toad feet. Ate a couple times. Scout's actually fighting the Battle Hulk, and he's losing because he only rolled a 4. At least his armor protected him. And the Highlander wasted one Dark Fate trying to prevent that. And this should be fairly easy for the Highlander. Yep, that's a win for him. He gets to trade in his trophies for yet more strength. Yeah, I think I'm going to not go to the temple right now, because the temple can cause me to lose life. And that's just not a good thing for me right now. Like, it's worse than usual. Which I do also have to find a talisman. Ideally sometime while I'm here in the middle region. But yeah, I could just try and accept a warlock quest. And see about getting a talisman that way. Right, the Highlanders has decided to attack the scout. Scout's trying to rage, but it almost ended up being poison. Scout just barely pulls through. And now he has a torque. So let's see, runes or Hidden Valley. Let's go get some ranch dressing. All right, avalanche. At least avalanche causes you to lose a turn and not take 1 damage. Move the avalanche 6 spaces counterclockwise. For each space the avalanche moves onto, any characters there lose their next turn, and any cards that are discarded. So there are no cards in this region other than the ones here. Then I immediately lost my turn to the marsh. Yep, that's definitely an auto lose. You know, 1 versus 12. I would say it's probably non-likely that the priest will not last as much longer. Since he's got at least one more turn left of being a toad, all it would take is for him to run into one more tough fight. I think the Scoutman should lose to a random 4-attack goblin. Right, that's 6. Go over to the Warlock's Cave. And get a quest to deliver. Discard 1 magic object and... Okay, good. It doesn't, like, auto-fulfill. Well, in fact, actually, the Elven Bow does not count as a magic object. So all I have to do is draw a magic object from the deck. Like, sometime while I'm wandering around. And then from there, I can just focus on buffing up my stats. Which, I mean, for battles, my strength and prowess are... My strength and craft are basically already counted as being too higher. Since I can lose within 2 points and still win. The priest actually, he survived. Yeah, because he had this handy spot with no enemies on it. Then he's still looking pretty weak, so he might still not survive. It would be pretty cool if both of the CPU players that went out of their way to fuck with me, they were the first two to be eliminated. Alright, I think I'm going into the Cursed Glade. Nice, got a pack mule. Man, it would be amazing if he just got taken out by the snow goblin. Oh, he... Very good. Of all the things to take the priest out, it was a snow goblin with 1 strength. So now only 4 remain. But all 4 have some kind of advantage as that they have gained. Alright, time for more ranch dressing. Fairy Trod. Okay, how does that work out here? Oh, nice. I just have 2 more strength now. But like like, I guess as long as I don't enter the woodlands and then leave, I get to keep the 2 strength. So now I effectively have 9 strength in battle. On the elf has gone into the chasm and immediately he lost one life, but did not lose any followers, so he even got to keep his Kelpie that's doing absolutely nothing for him. Hey, you know, if you find some way to gain one. Ooh, I could defeat him in battle. I could steal his verdant talisman, which weirdly enough would give me a regular talisman. And because it's a magic object, so I'm pretty sure the game would have me automatically exchange it with the warlock to get just a regular talisman. You know what? I think I'm gonna just teleport over to these runes. Evil darkness. Cool, I get 2 extra turns. Well, me and the elf get 2 extra turns. I think. Yeah. You can see Elf use his cloak to just not be affected. Alright, we've got more eerie. We've got more Highlands cards. Cards on top of the regular deck. Alright, here's an excellent opportunity to just kick the elf's ass. And that's real quick. Alright, take the verdant talisman. Yep, select a card to deliver to the warlock. So I get to go over here and get just a regular talisman, which is kind of a downgrade, all things considered. Oh, you're coming after me? You sure you want to do that, dude? After I just beat your ass? Oh look, it's a standoff, which means I win. You know, I'm taking that journal. Alright, got a magic shield and an opal. So now I have something to use for defense. And in fact, if you're defeated in battle and just lost a life, roll 1 die. If you roll 4 or 5, 5 or 6, the shield protected you and you did not lose that life, but you still lost the battle. Which is honestly, in a lot of ways, a better object to have handy than the verdant talisman was. He's like, I got the, like, sure, getting a regular talisman instead is technically a downgrade, but it does the most important thing, which is be a talisman. Now that I have that journal, I can grind stats more effectively. Which also... I could also potentially just brute force the portal of power. Craft. I have crypt. The crypt would be... Do I want to risk the possibility of being sent all the way back to the city, though? Alright, Earth Elemental. Yeah, I think I don't want to deal with that. Alright, so we've got a blizzard. Winter has come with a vengeance, and a blizzard envelops land for 2 rounds. All characters, no matter what region they are in, may only move 1 space per turn. And the blizzard then abates to the discard pile. And of course this asshole's gonna, like, oh, it doesn't affect me. But you know what does? Swamp. Well, the marsh. So you're gonna be stuck there for a turn. And because he doesn't... Oh, and... Hold on. How's the Toad King work? Oh, right, because the Highlander has the torque. Or he didn't get toadified. Alright, moving over to the Cursed Glade. And encountering a room gate in there. Yeah, if it hadn't been for the effect of the torque, we would have had 2 toads right now. Right now I get to actually roll. And I'm gonna encounter the space, draw an adventure card. I don't have enough gold to spend on that, so I'm gonna... Oh, this is potentially very bad. Scores less than combined total of your strength of craft. You can the rock face take successfully if the score is equal to or higher. So as long as it's... Oh, or discard one follower. So I could discard my mule if things go bad. But fortunately they didn't. And so I'm just fine on that front. Right, the elephant ended up in a standoff. Probably wishes as he was me right now. Well, because then he would have won. You know, I would have won that fight. Hey, I could have gotten a 9 in that fight and still won. Now let's go over to the woods. Got an adventure card, bag of gold. Doesn't really do much for me. Well, I guess I can hope for an opportunity to move over to the castle so that I can pick up some health. So that, you know, I'm not continually on the brink of death, having to hope that nothing causes me to just auto lose one life. Speaking of auto losing, and that's not 2, so guess I'm heading back over here. No, I think I'm good on that. It's really, in a lot of ways, this is kind of a safe spot for me. As long as I don't roll more than a 10. And on climbing the rock face, this spot is perfectly safe. Oh, is the Highlander just gonna stand in there and get himself killed? Alright, guess I'm moving over to the runes. Alright, Siren. Siren song can be heard throughout the region. All characters in this region must miss their next turn. Turn the Siren song and then fades to the discard pile. So basically I just lose a turn. Because the only other character in this region is the elf with his cloak. Yeah, dude, you should probably... Yeah, you should probably not continue fighting the... You should probably not continue fighting the wolf... All the wisps... when you're almost dead. Yep, gotta miss a turn. Hey, at least I made progress on my goal to miss 30 turns. Alright, the elf is determined to have a rematch. But it's a standoff, which means I win. Yeah, I'm gonna take that armor. Honestly, next time I'll probably just take a life from him. Just to send a message. Just of, you know, don't fuck with me. Like, I think... Like, I feel like the computer must be like, oh, you're on 1 life. Surely you must be easy to kill. And then it just conveniently forgets about, you know, the fact that it has to beat me by 3 or more in order to actually win a fight against me. Oh, and the Highlander's dead. So now we're down to 3. And I'm just gonna go get healed back up to full. And that, you know, now I'm doing perfectly fine. And we've got another blizzard. Which means I'm probably just gonna step over there and kick the elf's ass. That's yet again. Oh, I could steal a trophy. I think I'll do that instead. So let's see. Personal journal. Makes it where I only need 6 points. So I think the trophy I will steal is this. Because that means I can trade trophies. And now I have 4 more craft. Which means if I gain 1 more craft, I could potentially steal the elf's cloak. Which actually, I could steal it anytime I want, just by beating him again. And I would just be taking it to immediately throw it on the ground. And because I don't have the craft needed to actually wear the thing. Alright, gonna move over to the Oasis. Alright, Mountain Trail and Magic Portal. Yeah, no. I think I'll pass on the Magic Portal. The plane of peril is so close already. There's not really much of a need for me to use a portal to get to it when the portal of power is right over there. Like, I think the winner's probably gonna be either me or the elf. Because, like, the scout's still just messing around in the outer region. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go to the temple now that I don't have to worry about getting a bad result and dying instantly. Alright, that's 7. I've got my 5th point of craft. Actually, no, I got a spell. Because, and now I actually have the craft to actually remember the spell. Oh, there goes the cloak. Oh, now the elf has a new talisman. I don't have any points added onto my strength. Yeah, I'm gonna try and just brute force a door. And I get in first try. So I didn't even need... Oh. Well, that's an issue. I'm now in here with 5 strength. Yeah, seems that crossing the threshold between regions triggered the game to cause me to discard my path. Now let's give the crypt a try. Well, could have been worse. Oh look, I'm discarding a talisman to gain another talisman. Which, hey, it's a free point towards my quest to gain 50 talismans. Gonna go over to the runes and find 2 bags of gold that I have barely any use for. Huh. The elf decided to just leave. So I guess it's just me in here, in the middle region, doing a bit of grinding. Yeah, let's see what I get out of the temple. They took my mule. Well, at least I didn't have any surplus items. Oh, now I have a quest to kill 20 followers. At least the game is progressing at a rapid pace now that half the players are dead. And I've been toadified again. I'm not even quite sure. Like it said it was gonna teleport me to the fairy ring. So like, why did it take me to the toad? Which is in this field over here. Actually, yeah, like it should have taken me here. Something funky happened. And that caused me to be taken to the wrong spot, it seems. And now I have to be a toad for 3 turns. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Just took a moment to grab a drink. So let's see. Currently my turn. Guess I'll head on over to the tavern. Well, sure would be nice if that teleportation was offered the turn that I turned back to being human. Because then I could just jump right back to where my stuff is and grab it. But instead, this wizard is just offering, it's just like, oh, here's a toad drowning his sorrows. I'm gonna like teleport him around just to fuck with him. Oh, there's a cross that I can't pick up because my hands have turned toad legs. Yeah, I'm gonna just step over here, draw an adventure card. Alright, now I just need to roll a 1 on my next turn. I think maybe something bugged out with that event because it was supposed to teleport me over to the fairy ring. And of course I managed to roll almost exactly the opposite of what I wanted. Hey, I've got an axe now, I guess. So at least I've got 6 in battle. Oh, now I have 1 light fate. Hey, so yeah, maybe I can use that to try and roll a 6 to get back to where my stuff is. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll. And it just rolled the same result again. And because of course it did. Right, and the mage is completely useless to me because he only has an effect on good characters. Oh, looks like the elf is gonna try and win the game, which he's got a decent shot. With his 12 strength. Oh, it's 12 strength only in battle, although, so you can't use that to open the door, for instance. Which unfortunately, since I'm currently unbound, I also don't have any means of using my 1 spell. Alright, good. I've rolled a 4, which means I get to go back and pick up my stuff. But now I'm carrying too much, so I'm gonna drop the random axe I picked up. But you know, ultimately, that was only even a problem because my mule died. I think I'm gonna walk on over here. Not picking up the cross. After all, I'm not about to go and enter the church anyway. Ooh, looks like the scout has cut the thread. That's handy. The elf would have to deal with the poltergeist, but instead he's gonna have to fight a 15 strength dragon and auto lose. But you know, it's gonna give me more time to get back into a decent position. And encountering the mage again, and getting nothing still because I'm still evil. Well, the elf has started the process of winning the game. The scout didn't even get to move. Fairy Glade. Or will land card and add to the space. This beast can swallow its victims with one bite. If you are defeated by the big bad wolf, you must ditch one of your followers. It will remain here until all killed. I don't even have any followers to ditch. Alright, and I win that fight because of my bow. And because of my journal, I can just trade the wolf in. And to gain another point of strength. Yeah, I'm gonna travel over here. I'm probably gonna have to auto lose against the dragon, but and you know that's if I beat the guardian first. Well, the sentinel. I mean, I won by 3 points, so. So let's see. Minimum of 16 versus maximum of 13. So yeah, I auto lose because there's no way to turn that into a standoff. But fortunately, my armor protected me. Yep, and the elf is sacrificing the worthless Kelpie. I think the elf's got this. Because before the ending was Crown of Command, and I'm the only character that has to pay the tax because this is based on alignment. And it rolled evil. It would have been amazing if it rolled good, because then I would be the only one not in jail. You know, that would have to be one determined tax collector to walk all the way to the pits. And it's in the inner region just to collect egg taxes that the elf can't even pay. And the elf gets a fight pit fiends until they're all defeated, or until like, I think this was basically the end of the game. Because we're just watching the elf beat all these pit fiends. And the next turn he gets to go to the Valley of Fire. So like there's pretty much just 2 rounds left. I mean, hey, that means that takes about 2 hours. So you could probably squeeze in most of a second game. This is a rough roll. I guess technically, if I had a way to stop the dragon from rolling dice, I could actually win in that fight. If I could just stop the dragon from rolling dice and roll a 6, I would be able to win. But now we're entering into the last round of the game. Just gonna move over to these runes. Okay, this time it teleported me to the fairy ring like it was supposed to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go down the vile path. But unless I'm mistaken about... what... the ending is... Oh, right. It's because the elven bow only applies to battle. So I lost the psychic combat, which means I don't... Which means that even if the elf hadn't won in literally the next turn, I wouldn't have been able to complete my destiny there. Alright, so it's 1:30. We've got an hour and a half left to stream. So the elf is good. Which means that we're now moving over to the Frost March expansion. As I'll delete these extra games from the improper setup. Alright, Frost March is now enabled. Alternate endings. So for the ending, we're getting either Warlock quests, Crown and Scepter, or Ice Queen. Jason, since we don't have to worry about any of that setup time, since everything is properly set up already. Alright, so we've got the option of the Warlock, the Highlander, or the Laywalker. Oh yeah, the Laywalker, just a portal token stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and go Warlock. Yeah, because all the rules are properly set up, we only have to do this once. And for this game, alright, just immediately heading into the Hidden Valley. Bag of gold, 2 bags of gold, and a gnome. A fantastic start. And the ending is Ice Queen. Character on the Crown Command must choose whether to attack the Ice Queen using strength or craft. Each time they defeat the Ice Queen, you must remove 1 of her lives and immediately attack her again. If they are defeated, in addition to losing 1 life, their turn ends and they must roll 1 die. 1 to 2, they lose her next 2 turns. 3 to 4, they lose their next turn. 5 to 6, they may flee and immediately move to the plane of peril. The new character removes the Ice Queen's last life, they win the game. If have another character is already removed to some of the Ice Queen's lives, when the character only needs to remove the Ice Queen's remaining lives, aims to win the game. If there are no characters on the Crown Command, the Ice Queen heals all her lives. I guess there is going to be some variance in terms of pacing, because maybe this time the other more AIs will survive longer. Because, you know, that's mostly a matter of the roll of the dice. It isn't the luck of the draw. I will be right back. I thought there was something that needed my attention, but apparently not. We could potentially take a pixie. Yeah, that's the only follower we could steal. So I think I'll hold off on using that spell and to wander over to the runes instead. Alright, I'll pay for this mercenary. And the Valkyrie has encountered the marsh. So let's see. It's definitely still a very open game. I think probably what I'm gonna focus on early on is probably maybe building up my craft. In fact, actually, I mostly just need to gain one craft and then I can draw another spell. until the following turn. And because at the beginning of your turn, you may gain your full complement of spells according to your current craft. So the minstrel's not doing so hot. So he might be the first one out. It looks like most likely we get to game 3, it'll probably be with the Sacred Pool expansion. I think we're gonna visit the temple. Hey, if we get a 7, we can... And that's a 7. So that's an additional point of craft. Oh, I think the rumbling that I've been hearing this entire time, it's been some rain starting. So hopefully that doesn't like disrupt my internet or my power or anything. You know, would kind of suck to have the weather interrupt the stream in the middle of this. What are they even accomplishing? Oh, did the monk just murder a random goat with a lightning storm for no reason? Because like I don't think it was even like on his space. As I was about to encounter. Well, it looks like the Vampiress is having a bit of a bad time. Alright, draw a spell. Details, cast on character or creature or character you are about to engage in battle. You know, I'm gonna cue that. This isn't a battle, so Toadify doesn't do anything. I'm gonna re-roll that 1. Since by just getting above a 1, I was able to at least make it a standoff. And in this case, I actually won. And instead... The minstrel has gained the verdant talisman. But he's still got 2 lives because it increases your life value, not your total number of lives. Right, and the gladiator's losing a life from fighting a Fomorian. Oh look, another forest goat. Here to avenge his brother. But unfortunately, he's also dead. The Empress is able to just handily defeat the vassal of Mab. Has Mab's gate. It's to go directly to the forest. This which makes her lose her path. I gotta head over to these hills and encounter a wraith. And I'm gonna lose. Maybe we can turn the AI speed up to 8. Just to keep things going and quickly. So we've got Servant of Mab, Totem Bear, and Fairy Mound all in this one spot. Right, and the gladiator just lost another fight. And his helmet didn't help him this time either. And the monk is attacking the minstrel. He just barely won. So he's taking the verdant talisman. Empress is missing a turn. Yeah, I'm gonna head over to these runes. Adventure card, take the lucky charm. Kind of still in that early part of the game where not much live excitement is happening. Like, other than everybody but me and... Well, everybody except the Valkyrie being injured. Oh, well. Well, the gladiator is quite lucky to have come away with just a loss. Like, he didn't even lose life this time. Nope. He actually did lose one life because the minstrel decided to hit him with the Dark Fate reroll. Right, and the monk got teleported over there and immediately into the marsh. That's where he's gonna lose a turn. Empress regained all of her lost lives. Just gotta step on over to my own cave. Take a quest to lose one strength. But first I would have to gain one strength in order to do that. Yeah, if I could just find something to fight, then I could cast my Totify, which would then free up a spell. Well, that could then be something more generally useful. The gladiator regained one of his lost lives. His monk lost a turn from the marsh. The vampiress has returned to the woodlands. She's immediately getting her ass kicked. Like, she went out into town, got patched up, and then immediately got injured again. See, Because whenever you land off space with instructions to draw one or more adventure cards before you encounter the space, you may move one face-up adventure card in the same region to your space. Nobody else has any followers, so I'm gonna... Oh, actually... Okay, the Undying Minute. When another character is about to cross the Storm River by bridge, raft, or ferry, you may discard the Undying to immediately end their turn without them crossing the river, or instead of moving normally, you discard the Undying to cross a storm river as if you were using a raft. I think I'll go for the monkey. Just gonna steal a monkey real quick. So now in my next turn I'll get to draw another spell. Alright, Planeswalker offers to teleport you to any space in the outer region or middle region, whether or not you accept. Roll one die to see where the Planeswalker teleports you to. Well, where the Planeswalker teleports to. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go for the Hidden Valley. Planeswalker is chilling at the Portal of Power. Alright, Mage. I'm not good, so that does nothing for me. We've got the Yeti. I dodge the boulder. And then I cast Toadify. But it has no effect. But I almost could have turned that into standoff. If they had just rolled a little worse. But hey, now I get 2 spells on my next turn. Right, so Minstrel's still looking rough. He got a lucky charm. Well, lucky coin. I have the lucky charm. Gladiator is encountering an ogre. And he's losing to the ogre. And so he's losing another life. Interesting though, like the minstrel was seemingly trying to help him out. He failed, but the minstrel tried to help him out. Vampirus got some gold. So I get to draw 2 spells. So I have Restoration and Weakness. I think I'm gonna just go pay some gold to the Black Knight. And the Valkyrie is just getting piled on by a bunch of rats. Well, actually, not even a bunch, two. Like, she lost to two rats. Granted, one was giant, still. Well, she was no match for these two rats. They're gaining one fate. The Vampiress is fighting a bandit. Close enough that she might lose, but she didn't. Okay, and now head over to these rooms. Adventure card, Winterwolf. And I can weaken the wolf by 3. Oh, but actually, that was just completely ineffective. But freed up a spell that I can now draw. Of course, I am also almost dead, so that's potentially a bit of an issue. So I've got a spell that can protect me in a clutch situation. But I also could use healing so that I'm not reliant on just that spell, since that's only going to last the next time I lose a life. Which means that, you know, if I end up in a situation where I'm potentially losing life, I'm likely gonna end up being in a worse situation. And even though I get to survive. But, you know, I'll have lost my one buffer. Okay. Yeah, just destroy this wraith. Hey, real quick. Okay, so that's 4. I'm gonna head into the oasis. Draw an adventure card. Phantom. I'm not evil, so no, the Phantom does nothing for me. I do now have a Talisman. Some minstrel is getting a scroll. It might draw him a healing spell of some kind. And to keep him from dying. Okay, the only uninjured character right now is the monk. Who has decided to just assault the minstrel. And he won. And he's gonna steal the lucky coin. Right, and the Vampiress lost to the Storm Sylph. So now it's back to my turn, so I draw another spell. Yeah, I'm just gonna obliterate. Just remove all of this face-up cards in the entire middle region. A lot of them are useless to me anyway. Move over here. Meet the Alchemist. Valkyrie is challenged by the Bravo. Just putting up a good fight, but Bravo's got 9 strength. It's just about everybody's doing real rough. Kind of wonder if we might end up in a monk wins by doing practically nothing kind of situation. Because like if all it would take is for the monk to just wait until the monk to just play it safe until everybody else manages to get themselves killed. Alright, draw a spell. Oh. Well, just gonna queue that up. Step over here to the hills. Draw another card. Dark Denizens. Now we're drawing 3. Alright, and I've got Cut the Thread, which is completely useless. This is because I'm unbound. Move over here to the castle. Hold to get some healing. And now I'm no longer just kind of dangling by a thread. Oh yeah. because of the way the Dark Denizens card works, it affects everybody. No matter what region you're in, you have to draw from the dungeon deck rather than drawing from the regular deck for the region you're in. Oh, this is gonna be real rough for the gladiator. Well, at least he didn't roll a 1. Those ancient artifacts just failed to work, rather than potentially getting him killed. Well, because if he had rolled a 1, that would have exploded, dealing one damage to him, and then he would have 1 damage, and they would have 1 life left going into that fight, with no way of preventing it. I think the life loss, unless if he lost. Right, and the Vampiress is now in the chasm. She didn't lose any life from it though. Right, she's gonna move over here to these hills and in turn, because Dark Denizens is taking the 1 card slot out for that space. The Valkyrie could have gone Soul Drinker. Like, the only characters that can wield Soul Drinker right now are the Gladiator and me. Because no good character can have... I mean, the Minstrel dodged a life loss, dodged death, like... That's very, very closely. Gladiator's gonna fight an unwinnable battle against a living statue. So let's see if he gets a 6, and he doesn't. And which means he's dead. Like and the monk decided to try and save him, but he's still dead. Or not. How's he alive? Like, I thought he just lost a battle. Yeah, there must be some mechanic that I missed somewhere. Oh, the monk's just like, I'm gonna try to save your ass so I can kill you personally. Like, damn. This monk is bloodthirsty. You're murdering goats for no reason. Helping somebody to not die so that he could kill them personally. I'm still not entirely sure how that happened. If the Dark Denizens card had nothing to do with it. I guess I might as well just hang out over at the castle doing nothing. Right, Valkyrie just lost to some vampire bats. Now she's that one life. Okay, the minstrel gained 1 strength. Oh shit. Murder Monk. Murder Monk strikes again, but this time he was fended off. Alright, gonna just head over to the Oasis. And now I've got a hag. Oh, guess I'll take some armor here from this blacksmith to give myself a bit more protection. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to use my magic portal spell on my next turn to hopefully just jump right to the village. The Valkyrie had a standoff with the goat. Minstrel's just taking a turn. Turn off to gain 1 craft. Hopefully he won't not have his life ended by the murder monk. That's a distinct possibility because the murder monk is en route, to his location. Alright, magic portal. Hopefully I'm gonna roll a 2. And I rolled a 5, which takes me to the temple instead. In fact, I rolled a 2 because, you know, on my movement, and I'm losing a life. I probably should have just gone to my cave for that movement instead, but at least I get to draw another spell on my next turn. I think this may be it for the Valkyrie. Yep. There goes the Valkyrie. Minstrel's missing a turn. Murder Monk is taking a little too long. Oh, Murder Monk tried to speed things up and said rolled another 1. So his prey may escape. Alright, drawing a spell. Got Nullify. But there are a couple of characters that have spells that could cast this Nullify on. Alright, time to auto-lose against a rock. And I lose 1 life. And I'm dragged all the way out of the mill region to the mountain pass. Alright, the minstrel now has an elixir of vitality that could save him, but could also end him. Speaking of being ended, Murder Monk strikes again. But Murder Monk loses, and thus the minstrel escapes. You know, I'm probably gonna... Murder Monk gets the minstrel, I'll probably be I'll be his next target. I think I'm gonna move over to the precipice, because I'm not really aiming to be in the highlands right now. I was just dragged over here by a rock. Where I need to be is the village, just so I can get rid of this hag. Now the Murder Monk is back to pursuing his prey. The vampiress has lost a life. Oh, I moved in the wrong direction. I actually moved deeper into the... near the highlands. Well, time to fight a winged stalker. Alright, and I don't need restoration. Take a diamond. Create some trophies. Oh, well. I believe that's the end of the minstrel. Yep. Which means that I am most likely now the murder monk's target. Because I am now the only character remaining with only one life. Right, age. Dice were low enough, so I can just move. Over here. I might actually win. Yeah, I actually won that fight. And so I didn't even need my spell this time. Yeah. I'm gonna nullify the murder monk's one spell. Mostly just so that I can draw another spell. Oh no. Oh no, the murder monk is on the move. Well, at least I have a spell for if he comes to get me. Gonna just teleport over here. Pay a visit to the mystic. Like to get rid of the hag. And gain one craft while I'm at it. Yeah, he's actually coming for me. Murder monk strikes again. Yeah, he wants me dead. But fortunately, my armor saved me. Or not. I actually do need my restoration spell. That was certainly close. Cast on yourself after when you're about to make a die roll. After rolling, you may add up to 6 of the result of the die roll. You know what? I think I'll do that. Because you see, I can add up to 6 and get it as far away from the murder monk as possible. Let's see, we can go for dangerous path, vile path. I'm gonna go for path of the determined. Oh no, I have lost all of my gold. All 0 gold that I had has been taken from me, made by a leprechaun. And he's following me. The murder monk is following me. Oh, and he's playing out all the stops in this fight against Koblin now. Yeah, he demolished both of those enemies. Yep, that's an auto loss for the Vampiress. Better hope that I don't have to end up on that space at least anytime soon. I got another cut the thread. Yeah, gotta move over to the witch tree, I guess. And then I immediately just get moved back to lose my 0 gold again. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, the murder monk is not catching up to me just yet. He's actually moved ahead of me. But he could have rolled a 1 after moving, in which case he would have been moved right on top of me. Oh, there goes the artifact. In fact, the murder monk actually lost a fight. He has lost a life now. He's no longer seeing at 5. And the Vampiress is losing another fight. Yeah, I think the Murder Monk actually, he might win this one, albeit not by doing nothing. Like he is definitely being proactive. Yeah, I'm just gonna get as far away from here as possible. Alright, can use my lucky charm on any die roll. It doesn't have to involve fate. And yeah, at least I guess you can only have one copy of any given spell, so I guess I guess next turn I'll draw another spell. Or not? Guess I'll take this follower. Yeah, I'm gonna just cast Magic Shell to free up space. He's gone back deeper into the Murder Monk. Okay, as for the time being, having been neutralized, as he is currently a toad. Right, there we go. Now I get to draw a spell. Immediately cast it because it's just giving me one craft. Okay, that gives me nothing. So I think I'm gonna... to the Alchemist, because I can turn this diamond. Now this magic shield can go too. So I've got 5 gold. The Murder Monk went back to the Witch Tree and got a 5, which sent him back to the night where he was 2 turns before. Alright, draw a spell, Simulacrum. so now I've got something that I can use to defend myself. If that doesn't get me any healing, so I'm just gonna head on down to Noble Street. I've got Feral Pet. And I'm gonna use my lucky charm to make sure that I roll 6 on my armor roll. Because after all of this, the last thing I need is to die to a random feral pet. Following, you're required to lose one normal life. Have fate, strength, or craft, or to discard one of your... Okay, so that basically lets you just discard it anytime you lose something. Oh, what killed me exactly? Come on, game. Give me a moment to figure out what just happened. Each Lightbound character loses or gains one spell if their craft allows it. Each Darkbound character gains one life. Each Unbound character gains one fate. Each Fateless character loses one life. Oh, because I was fateless, I just died. So the murder monk did not even get to me. I just keeled over because of being fateless. Seems the murder monk is not... Oh, and now he's back to being a toad again. Seems for whatever reason the murder monk is not pursuing the vampiress, perhaps because she has 2 life. And in fact, now she's fully healed. Yeah, the murder monk turned into a toad and went to get toad drunk. Which, you know, can't be that expensive. Because, like... you know, toad can probably only handle... like a tiny little bit of alcohol, all before getting just completely wasted. Maybe he's drowning his sorrows at not being the one to kill me. Which, I mean, technically the murder monk only has 1 victim. I think. Actually, no, he has 2 victims, because he killed both the gladiator and the Valkyrie. It's me and the minstrel that died from other causes. Oh, now he's missing another turn. And it's just these two now. But you know, it could also be somebody's going to jail, and it looks like it's gonna be the monk. But you know, catching a serial killer on like public drunkenness charges kinda has some Al Capone energy. Oh, and now he's losing one life trying to escape. Because he's gonna have to just do a flat roll every time. Because he has no gold to bribe with. So like he could face a very anticlimactic end of just rotting in prison. He failed to escape, so he's in there for another turn. And while the vampiress takes a leisurely stroll around town, yep, he's still stuck in there because he's only got a 1 in 3 chance of getting out. Well, the vampiress has found my corpse. And it became a standoff because she lost by 2. Oh, the murder monk has been released. He is free. Now he's having to fight a fire elemental. And he's losing to the fire elemental, which means that now he's the one at 1 life. Which means that the tables may get turned on him. I think... Oh, and he rolled a 1. Oh, he got 2 gold. Yeah, the vampiress is in a hot pursuit. And she just poisoned herself, but unlike Murder Monk, she has life to spare. I think that this is a vicious fire elemental. Yeah, she lost and now she's at 2. So move 1 space away. He opted not to attack the officers of the law. I believe this may be the end. Nope, it's a standoff. So he gets to live another turn. Yep, time for the Traveling Bazaar. You know, first Traveling Bazaar tonight. Usually it feels like those are a lot more common. I think maybe... Oh look, a tax levied at absolutely no one. I think maybe it might just be that the legendary deck for the city is helping with that. Oh, now I've got 2nd Traveling Bazaar in a row. Oh, just about. You know, almost in a row, like there was a taxation just sandwiched between them. Now I've got a lottery. Means it's time for Murder Monk to get even more money. He's gonna gain a spell. Oh, he's found a way. Put some extra distance. And it's between himself and the vampiress. Interesting how he's not casting the healing spell that he has. Oh, wait. Yeah, because he can't cast the healing spell because he doesn't have any fate. He needs one light fate and he can cast heal on himself. Oh, that's actually an excellent spot for him. It's one spot where the vampires can't touch him other than stealing the shield that he just bought. And that shield was pretty much like purpose as bought so that she couldn't mess with his mind. Because like he seems to be strategizing around, okay, she's gonna try and like make my head explode. I need to improve my craft and get something for defense in psychic combat. And he is out of there. He has the opportunity to just bail and heal. So now the game continues. It's gonna be past, it's looking to be past 3 AM, and by the time we see resolution to this story, as it is 3:02 AM, and we're now farther from having a resolution. The vampires could have just beat him once. Oh, he's already lost half of the life he gained. Well, the vampiress is not actively pursuing him, so but she might start doing it now, since he is back to 1 life. And it seems to me like the AI, particularly if you have the setting, if you have the no resurrection setting on, the AI seems to know to like target anyone who's stuck at 1 life. He feed the mountain goat. Yeah, see? She's turning back around. And heading kind of towards amongst direction. She knows he's almost dead. And that if she can just defeat him once, and so she can finish this. just so long as he doesn't roll a 1. Or he could just not survive this turn. Yeah. Yeah, he's just dead. Like, the air elemental got to him before... Or she did. And thus the vampiress wins, and by being the only one left alive. Since the vampiress was goal aligned, if we continue this at a later point in time, we'll be switching over to the Sacred Pool expansion. But for now, it's 3:06 a.m. So I'm gonna call it a night. I've got some links in the chat for stuff like Twitter and Discord and YouTube. And for now, thank you to everyone who stopped by. Night to night. Next stream in general. All is planned for Thursday with Age of Wonders 4. Next Talisman stream is... I'm not entirely sure when. Probably by this time next year. Alright, so there's nobody else streaming Talisman right now. Maybe we check in. There's absolutely no one streaming The Sims 2, so I was gonna check in on on the category for the game I would have been streaming tonight, if not for it being the 30th of August. Here's somebody streaming The Sims 1. Let's give them a raid.